everyone. Good morning. 6 o'clock here on your Thursday, or as we like to say,
Friday Eve.
I'm Tim Pham, friends.
Man, it's been a long time since we've
said
that.
Because both of us have been kind of off on Thursdays.
Yeah. So it's a good time to be back.
Yeah.
You know what? Meteorologist Thomas Patrick has also been off for a couple of days. We're so glad he's back because, Thomas, you brought the sunshine and the warm weather with you. I love this.
Yeah, I didn't go anywhere. It just, I don't know, you just get re-energized with a couple extra days off. And hopefully you're energized with the weather, too, because I know we're losing daylight quickly. But if we can squeeze out as much sunshine as we possibly can, I think that evens us out quite a bit. And today we are expecting another completely sunny day. We're still an hour away to sunrise. It's still pretty dark, pretty cool out there this morning, but mid-40s is where we were yesterday, and well, like yesterday, should be just as warm, if not even warmer yet. Today's record high stands at 73 degrees, and that will be an important mark to keep an eye on because the forecast is 73 degrees in Spokane. There are plenty of low to mid 70s. It's mid-October, so a lot of these are very close to record highs for this afternoon.
We are less than 3 weeks away from Election Day. This morning, we are following the money. Our investigation uncovered a lot of the money for Spokane's mayoral and city council races coming from outside of Spokane.
So KREM 2's Janelle Finch tells us who is on the receiving end of some of the biggest checks.
Well, according to Public Disclosure Commission documents, the National Association of Realtors has spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on some of our local candidates. We're breaking down some of the money being spent for city election candidates.
PDC reports show the NAR sponsored 5 candidates in Spokane's 2023 primary and general elections. Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward and City Council candidates Katie Traylor, Michael Cathcart, Earl Moore, and Kim Please. The NAR spent tens of thousands of dollars on mail, text, phone calls, and online ads in support of the candidates. Incumbent Mayor Nadine Woodward and City Council President candidate Kim Please have received the biggest support at this time. The NAR spent more than $100,000 to each campaign since the primary election. We reached out to both campaigns for comment on the support. Kim Please wrote a statement to KREM 2 reading in part, "I have contributors big and small. People support my campaign because they believe I'm the best candidate to lead the Spokane City Council." Mayor Woodward's challenger, Lisa Brown, has received the most money in an independent expenditure from the Citizens for Liberty and Labor PAC. That PAC has spent nearly $10,000 in support of Brown's campaign. The PAC is also one of the biggest sponsors of Please's challenger, Betsy Wilkerson. To clarify, independent expenditures are made by third parties and not limited in terms of spending. They do not have to have additional coordination with the campaign. The NAR also sponsored candidates in Seattle's city council election.
The National Association of Realtors is a Chicago-based company, so one of our biggest questions is why. We reached out to the NAR about the funds, and we were told that they would look into our request for more information, but we have not heard back. In the studio, Janelle Finch, KREM 2 News.
Ballots are now being sent out. Election officials say ballots will be sent out through tomorrow, and you should receive it very soon.
The ballots have prepaid postage and do need to be returned to one of the state's ballot boxes by 8 p.m. on Election Day, which is November 7th. Now, if you don't receive a ballot in the next week or so, here's what you need to do. First, check to see if you are registered. All you have to do is go to votewa.gov, enter your first and last name and your date of birth, and then click Submit. If you're not registered, there will be a link for you to do so. All you will need in order to register is a driver's license or a state-issued ID. You can even track the status of your mail-in ballot on the VoteWA website.
If you want more information about the races, candidates, propositions, or anything on the ballot in Spokane County, KREM 2 has you covered. Just text the word VOTE to 509-448-2000 and we will send you a link to our comprehensive voter's guide. You will find everything you need to know before you cast your vote.
The general election, again, is on November 7th, but this year it's a historical one for the city of Spokane, and that's because voters will elect the first woman as city council president.
And we want to help you learn more about the candidates running for that position. So Chief Journalist Amanda Rowley here asked each of them to spill the tea on who they are and where they stand on the important issues. Tonight, we'll hear from Betsy Wilkerson.
What is your vision for the future of track?
I like to see the track decommissioned as well.
Really?
There is
That could
no
ruffle
fun.
some feathers.
That could ruffle some feathers, I know.
So where would they go?
We will have Wilkerson's answer to that question and more on the Tee with Amanda Rowley tonight on KREM 2 News at 6. In the meantime, Spokane is also electing its next mayor. You can watch those candidate interviews by visiting our KREM 2 YouTube page.
And if you are looking for another way to watch Amanda Rowley's full interviews, you can catch them on KREM 2 Plus. KREM 2 Plus is free to download on Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, and Roku. And we also want to let you know that next week we will host a KREM 2 mayoral debate. Lisa Brown and Nadine Woodward will debate right here in the KREM 2 studios on Thursday, October 26th. Our Mark Hanrahan and Whitney Ward will moderate the debate. That debate will air uninterrupted on KREM 2 as well as our digital platforms between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m.
It's just about 6:07. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. This morning, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help finding a suspected bank robber. Deputies believe this man is responsible for a bank robbery at the First Interstate Bank on the South Hill. He's described as a 25 to 45-year-old with shoulder-length dark hair. Anyone with information is asked to call detectives. The number is there at the bottom of your screen. New in the last 12 hours, a man is sitting in the Spokane County Jail this morning for pointing a laser at a sheriff's helicopter. Deputies say the helicopter was on patrol when the pilot and crew were blinded multiple times by a laser pointer. The pilot was able to safely land the helicopter and then guide deputies on the ground to find the source of the laser. 42-year-old Johnny Blackstone was arrested and charged. Pointing a laser, by the way, at any aircraft is a felony in Washington state because the laser can blind the pilots. Brand new for you this morning, Washington state will receive $11 million in federal grants to reduce violence, specifically targeting youth violence. $4 million will go to the Department of Commerce to help address community violence across the state. And $400,000 will be spent on Project Safe Neighborhood, which is focused on preventing gun violence and gang intervention. Another $100,000 will be used to support gang violence intervention in Yakima and Kennewick. That is a look at your morning rush.
It's 6:08 and today we're expecting just another very warm, very sunny day. Our temperatures will easily be in the 70s now for the second straight day in Spokane. Highs could be topping around 73 at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 73 is the record high for today, so forecasting that to be tied for this afternoon. Nothing but sunny, or really I should say clear skies at the moment for the inland northwest. Still about an hour away to sunrise here. Once we get to sunrise, we'll start to warm up quickly. That warmth does stay with us through Saturday, but Sunday and all of next week is completely different as we'll start to see a big time cool down and a pair of storm systems that'll hit the inland northwest. And I'll have the latest on that long-term outlook in a couple minutes.
Taking a look at some sports news this morning, the Milwaukee Bucks waived former Gonzaga star Drew Timme. Timme went undrafted in the NBA this year, but signed a contract with the Bucks back in August. Timme's future is now unclear. He could be claimed by another NBA team or could wind up with the Bucks G League squad, the Wisconsin Herd. Timme didn't see much time on the court with the Bucks, though. He appeared in just 2 of Milwaukee's 4 preseason games and spent the summer with the team. Now, during his time with the Bucks, he averaged over 4 points and 2 rebounds a game, with about 9 minutes per game on the floor. And United Soccer League Spokane has a new club president, and she's no stranger to the league. USL announced that Katie Haranto is stepping into the role. She's already co-owner of the club along with her husband, Ryan. USL says that her focus will now be on strengthening the brand's product offerings, expanding the fan base, and making more community partnerships.